Okay, we're going to take a look at one of the NBA's greatest all-time shooters, Chris Mullin. Has a career shooting percentage of better than 50%, and a lot of those shots came from beyond three-point range. First shot we're going to look at here, he's caught the ball in the corner, and the first thing I want to point out is he's got the ball down in the shot pocket. His eyes are on the target. So he is selling the idea to the defender that, hey, you better get on me. I'm going to shoot this ball. And anybody that guarded this guy definitely had to know he can shoot, and so they're going to respect that shot. But he's planting his feet, getting the ball in the shot pocket, starting to raise it up out of that shot pocket, and his eyes are on the target. So he's down in a bent down, coiled down position, as if he's going to explode upward for that jump shot. He's doing everything to sell that idea that the defender better close out in a hurry. Great, great technique. As soon as he sees the defender rushing him, that's his opportunity to sidestep and quickly get by him. Okay, the defender's momentum is going to carry him on right on through. We see that. Now Chris is going from his right to his left. And it's important, he's dribbling with that outside hand. Okay, away from the defender, right to left, driven with his outside hand, his left hand. Now he's got another defender coming in the picture, and so he knows the first defender's out of the picture, and so he's going to come to a quick 1-2 stop here. We're going to take a look at that. He's going to plant 1-2 and raise up for the shot there. Okay, but just backing that up, let's look and see how let's break down that 1-2 for just a minute. He's going to plant that inside foot, which in this case is the right foot, because he's coming from right to left. Opposite of that would be if you're moving from left to right, you want to plant the left foot first and swing the right foot around. In this case, like I said, he's coming from right to left. He plants the right foot, and here comes the left foot, swing around to plant the second foot on that 1-2 stop. Okay, that's the first thing I wanted to point out there. Also, we're going to start to talk about energy. That right foot planted is already bent down, and that bending down is we're going to talk about high jumping here in just a minute, or any other kind of jumping off that you see. But anyway, he's got that right foot planted, bringing the left foot around, much like a high jumper would plant that foot to explode upward. And there's a reason I'm going to elaborate on this in just a second. Okay. Before we do talk about that, though, I've got some red lines on there now. I've got the arrow again focused on his eyes. His eyes are already studying the target. It is a fact that the longer you can keep your eyes on the target, the better chance you have, the greater the chance you have of making the shot. So he's got his eyes up at the basket. And as he picks that ball up off the dribble, he's got it in the shot pocket, straight out from his waist. And if you'll look at his elbow, it's in a 90-degree bend. And you'll find, one thing you'll find with Chris Mullin and as well as many of the other great NBA shooters is consistency. Consistency in form. I can't emphasize it enough. Consistency, repetition, and doing the same thing every single time you take a shot, whether you come off a dribble, catch and shoot, spin dribble, however you get to that shot is doing the same thing every time. And we'll see this with Chris Mullin and a few other shots we've got on here. Okay, we took away the red lines, but what we want to look at is see the 90-degree bend as he comes into his shot. All right, and look where the ball is. This is really what I want to point out before anything else. Let's draw a line at where he's got the ball. That's the height in which the ball is right now. You can see that his inside foot, his right foot is planted. His left foot is coming around. Okay, it's coming around to complete that 1-2 stop, and his body is coiled. His knees are bent. He's slightly hunched over, and he's getting ready to uncoil and unleash energy upward. Okay, so his feet planted on the floor are the first harnessing energy point in his body. Knees bent helps to bring that energy up through the legs, and then we're going to see the most important part that a lot of players miss. They get the knee bending and the jumping upward, but there's a key link that a lot of players miss, and you'll need to go out and make sure, maybe even have somebody videotape you. We can do a shot analysis for you if you send us a shot, video of your shot. But watch this closely. This is very important. All right, look at the ball as he's bringing that left foot around. The ball. See, there's the ball already raising up. Okay, I want you to think of a high jumper. Look at a good high jumper video, and you'll see as they approach that bar and plant that foot, those arms begin to swing upward, and that helps to pull the energy from the lower body and the core and transfer it into that shooting arm. Okay, that's very important. A lot of times you see a guy that's not necessarily muscular, maybe 150 pounds, can shoot with ease from beyond NBA range. And the reason is great transfer of energy. There's no loss of energy in any of the links, so to speak, from floor right on up through follow through fingertip release. And this is a key spot that a lot of players miss, is this shoulder pivot motion. Okay, we'll take a look at that in another way. Okay, once again, he's got that elbow in just an awesome 90-degree bend there, but I'm drawing a red line, shoulder, and I'm going to show you that pivot motion upward. Okay, as he is bending down, completing his 1-2, this shoulder begins, even at that point, to pivot upward. And then as he begins to explode upward into the air, jumping up off the floor, there's a more rapid movement in that shoulder pivot, right on up. So the ball's in the shot pocket when his shoulder to elbow is in this position. But then he raised that ball up the shot line, straight up, and there's no wasted movement in Chris Mullin's shot. There's not a circular motion like a lot of players have, or any other kind of slowed down motion. So he's got a quick release straight up the shot line into the shot platform, and his final position is going to be something like this, where his shoulder to elbow is going to be up like that, and then his shooting hand, and then of course the ball up here, getting ready to push the ball towards the basket, thrust the ball towards the basket out of the shot platform. Okay, but the most important thing I want you to remember, and you can write this down, is transfer of energy. When you're in balance and you've got that motion, that transfer of energy, if you've got good transfer of energy, you can shoot with great range and accuracy and not put a lot of strain on your body doing it. So let's just watch Chris Mullin in action here. Here he is. There's the shoulder pivot motion. See, shoulder to elbow, up, transferring and pulling that energy right on it. Now his arm is basically loaded with all the energy. A large part of that energy that his lower body created transferred into his upper body. Now with that shoulder pivot motion, his arm is ready to pull the trigger. All right, so he's going to raise up just before the peak of his jump, right there. He's going to thrust that ball towards the basket. Great follow through. You can see the hand in the cookie jar right here. Great angle on his follow through. Okay, beautiful form, beautiful shooting form. If you study this video and then go out, like I said, and videotape yourself, you can send me a video that I can break down your shot, but you yourself can look at it and see if you're getting good transfer of energy. Okay, another shot from the top of the key. I want you to just pay attention again to that shoulder to elbow. Chris Mullin catches the ball. Defender's playing off of him. Again, he's got space. Okay, a rule of thumb is if that defender is more than an arm's length away, which in this case he sure is, we know that a quick release shooter like Chris Mullin can pull the trigger before you can blink. Okay, so this is what's going to happen here. He's probably looking at the defender right in the eye, and then his eyes are going to shift upward right there, as he begins to bring that. And again, look at the feet again. He's got his right foot planted, going to bring that left foot around to complete that 1-2 stop. And again, see there's the ball in the shot pocket, front of the waist. But as he begins to plant and start to load energy through his legs, simultaneously that shoulder pivot begins to move upward. You can see it there. So he's bending down, bending down. Now there's a rapid movement upward in that shoulder. He gets the ball up in the shot platform as he begins to propel upward into the air. So that there's no wasted time, no wasted movement, quick release. He can get the ball from point A to point B and release before the before the defender even has a chance to react. As you can see here, he didn't even get a hand up. Just kind of pointed at him. Okay? Great form. Again, great shooter to study, to learn excellent form. The thing that great shooters do too, they like I said, they shoot the same way every single time, and they concentrate on form shooting. Thousands and thousands, millions of shots, practice form shooting, trying to get the same feet position, shoulder movement, arch, everything repetitiously the same. And that takes a lot of concentration, a lot of dedication. One last shot here just to kind of show the same thing. Chris Mullin is planting the right foot, bringing the left foot around. Okay, there's the shoulder elbow pivot motion upward, good pulling that energy from the lower body, and then he goes up, and there's the release before the defender can really get to him. Study it and take a look at some of the other videos that we're doing on some of the great shooters. Look at some other videos of shooters that we've analyzed, and like I said, videotape your shot or send me a game video. We'll get your shot analyzed. All right? Take care.